Hello, hello. It is time to do a bit more. It's gonna be a short bonus stream, but I got a lot done today. I wanted to reward myself with a bit of Zomboid. So let's do it. I remember we were trying to grind more towards number 5 in strength and fitness. We were also trying to expand our searches, trying to scavenge, and hopefully my guys find the manual on using generators. That would be just so nice. I have hopes, man. I have hopes. Excuse me. I get my bearings for a second. I was playing earlier with my girlfriend. We have a co-op, not a stream, but a co-op world of this going. No, we're doing really good. We had a close call earlier. She legit screamed, but it was all right. It turned out okay. That was so wild. I was away doing other stuff, man, and then it was just like, ah! I was like, what the heck? But a zombie just wandered into the room where she was, and neither of us knew that it had been in the bedroom. I opened the door and peeked in, but I legit did not see any zombies in there, man. It must have been in the very corner. And somehow I didn't hear it. I guess because she and I were talking to each other. But yeah, that was so freaky. I was not ready for that. Yeah, we are just having all the luck with these hand axes. We do have a little weapon stash upstairs, don't we? We're eventually going to make some better containers. I don't want to sweat it too much right now. Look at this. This is beautiful. I'm just going to toss this crap over here, man, so that we can get moving. Let's see here. The play that my girlfriend and I are doing, we got log walls. They're nice, they do the job, but ooh, it's so spiffy to be looking at these actually well crafted actual board walls. It looks absolutely fantastic. Gotta get more of that. I like that rustic fort look. That old school fort. But you can probably do a lot more with the fancy walls. You can paint them, you can probably put things onto them, so that's something to consider. It's something I've been thinking about doing, guys. Ooh, the wind's high out here. Is to put a stairway up here, and then I could have a lookout beyond this fence, this wall, and I could also build. I could build a little platform here with a sheet rope, so I could very quickly get beyond zombies if I need to, and not have to worry about making it to the door. And I could also build across here, because there's a bathroom here, and it's probably move this sink over here. And then I can put plumbing up here and actually have a working sink down here, which would probably be nice. That way, if I do want to bathe inside, you know, and get cleaned up inside, I can do that, and I don't have to be like out in the freaking elements. Oh shit! What's up, guys? I didn't even see y'all. I'm like I'm so hyper focused, like trying to think about what I need to do. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? It's good to see you. I'm doing okay. It's been a good day. No, I don't. But I declared myself the housing authority. So I make the rules, and I'm the only person who's actually allowed to build anything ever. So I don't need permits. I am the permit, Russ Bob. I am the permit. I don't know why that sounds so serious and so silly at the so silly and so serious at the same time. I cannot speak right now, and that's just sad because I'm mostly just tired. I got crazy industrious today. I've been so busy, and I'm like, I'm gonna do some Zomboid. Zomboid's happening. I need an escape into Zomboid land. Yes, exactly. The dead part is crucial. Like, the dead part has a big bearing on, like, everything. So yeah, let's just go do some basic scavenging. Scavenging 101. But yeah, are y'all having a good weekend so far? How is the weekend treating you? Have you had to fight any crime? I find myself having to fight crime constantly. I don't know what it is. Wow, this zombie was out for a jog. He really was out for a jog. Oh no, that sounds painful actually. I don't know if that inconvenient actually means inconvenient or if you're just understating something far more serious. Come join the pile. There's plenty of room for all of you. Oh, get rocked. Yin and Yang necklace, that's cute. I'm gonna smack him with that pan. The pan is the plan. I don't like when they get all clumpy like this, man. You gotta break this stuff up. Oh, y'all gonna come at me, huh? Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. My goodness. Anyway, what were you guys saying? Oh, I see. Okay. So it really was just inconvenient. That's good. I've had dogs like fly at me from the weirdest directions and just collide with the most sensitive parts of me. I don't know what it is. Dogs just get so excited. And I don't help when I get them worked up. I'm just like, who's a good boy? And they're just like losing their minds. Their little brains just produce so much dopamine. Oh dang, this one was trash chic. This one was trash chic, man. Had the beret, walking around in a negligee. Jesus Christ. Scandalous. Dude, all dogs are lap dogs, man. All dogs are lap dogs. If you're up to the challenge. I remember one time I went to Hawaii to visit some family, and this dude had like these two just like gigantic huskies. Like these things looked like they were in Hispo, Rustbov. Like these dogs looked like they were in freaking Hispo form, man. And like, I come over and I hang out with these guys, you know, and they're pretty chill. And the dude mentions he's got these dogs. He's got these dogs, man. He's like, yeah, I got a couple of dogs in the bag, man. A couple of huskies, man. They're gorgeous dogs. And I'm like, man, I love dogs. And he's like, oh, cool, great. Yeah, you can go see them if you want, but I got to tell you, they're really big dogs, man. And, you know, you just need to be careful. And I'm like, okay, you know, big dogs, whatever. Dude, I went back there, man, and there were just these two dire wolves, Russ Bob. There were these two dire wolves in their bedroom. And, like, the biggest one just howled at me. Like, literally just howled in my face and then, like, thrust his nose into my crotch. And I'm not even kidding. He lifted me off the ground as he scented me, man. It was one of the most intimidating things. I got the heck out of there so fast. I was like, I am not actually up to the challenge of hanging out with these dogs. Like, wow. And I'm not a small person, man. I am not a small person. I was like, whoa, I'm out of here. I am out of here. These dogs are gonna mess me up. Yeah, man, I remember that. That shit was crazy. Those were big dogs, man, and they had some muscle. Like, if that was the lupus form, I'd hate to see the Hispo, man. I'd hate to see the Hispo. Holy moly. For people who watch this later, I'm talking about Werewolf the Apocalypse. It's a great game. You should try it. I feel like I totally searched this place and I've never once marked it. Let's confirm that real quick. It's all nice and sheeted. Everything looks all organized. Yeah, I think it's safe to say this is a been there, done that situation. Yeah. Long denim shorts. That's such a weird thing to say. Booyah. Okay. Seriously, dude, like a horse. It'd be like a wolf you could ride. You could like throw a saddle on and just like go into combat with it. Pretty much, dude. Pretty much. Okay, yeah, we've definitely been here. There's no question. We can put that one to bed. Oh, the lock is broken. Heck. Yeah, dude. They were big. I was really surprised. Like, and I've seen some big dogs, but those were exceptionally large dogs. They were not all dog. There was some timber wolf shit going on with those dogs, man. I'm pretty sure. There's only been a handful of dogs, like half a handful of dogs in my life where I'm like, wow, you're really scary, and I just don't. I'm not gonna fuck with you. One of them was those two dogs, and one of them was this chow that a dude I knew had. That chow was so mean, man. It walked by and I just petted it once, and it just looked at me like it wanted to kill me and like my entire family. It was so mad, and like the owner, thankfully, warned it off. But like, holy shit, dude, there was this distinctive moment where I thought this dog was just going to like go completely Frank Castle on me. I was like, dude, I just petted you, man. My bad. Usually dogs love a good scritch, not that chow. He wasn't having any of that pet shit. Like that chow looked at me like it wanted to just rend me. Like it wanted to just separate my sinews, man. Like I saw it in its doggy eyes, man. Do not mess with chows. Chow chows are not to be trifled with. Like those dogs will professionally murder you. Like it won't even be a killing in the normal sense, man. It's like a professional hit. They do. Chow chows look so adorable, dude, with their purple ass tongues. Their purple ass tongues are the best part. And yeah, they got these puffy little faces, man. But they have hatred in their hearts, Rustbob. Those dogs have hatred in their hearts. I do not know how much good boy resides within them. Like, holy fuck. Chow chows, man. Trained to guard temples and shit. They do not fuck around. Like, selectively bred to just decimate bandits and shit. Like, oh my. We've upset the zombie at the zombie house. Whoops. I forgot that I was supposed to bring a hammer. Oh, there's another zombie house? There's two zombie houses. Holy shit. Damn, I feel like I just like chopped him right in the butt, dude. He just like hopped forward, man. Like I goosed him. Yeah, dude, I gave him just a little scritch at the base of his tail, and he just stopped and looked back at me and growled. Looked me dead in the eye, dude. Like, is there anything you'd like to do in the final seconds before I eat your face? Like that's the kind of look that this freaking dog gave me. And then the owner was like, go on. And then he was like, okay. But I was like, wow. Wow. Remind me to never pet a chow ever again, man. Not unless I know somehow that I have consent. Ooh. Yeah, man. Like I'm sure it's great when the dog just like loves you and you know you're its favorite human. But when that's not the case, that shit can be so intimidating, man. Yeah, dude. I had a little min pin, man, and he loved me so much, man. Like you could just see it. You could just see it on his face when he saw me, man. The way he just light up. But he'd see other people, man, and he would just bristle. Like he would just feel the wrath of Gaia immediately. It's like, damn. This little min pin, man, he's like a werewolf, man, and you have entered his cairn. It's quite unfortunate. Dogs are crazy because they know people are people and they'll still decide to fuck a person up at the behest of their master. There really is something just anthropologically fascinating about that. Oh, dude. Yeah, I had a little min pin, man. To this day, the most favorite dog I ever had, man, was a little min pin. He had the soul of a dire wolf. Like, he had the soul of a Krynos, man. He was ready to rage for Gaia. I would take him for walks, and he would just literally run circles around me while, like, barking and snarling and screaming. It was hilarious. Jesus Christ, man. Those little dogs, like, they have disproportionately large hearts. So they have, like, crazy adrenaline rushes. So they're all twitchy, man, because they've got adrenaline in their veins constantly. They're just basically on crack their entire lives. It's hilarious. Little dogs are great. But yeah, I gotta go get a hammer, man. There's 2 zombie houses. I hope there's a sledgehammer in one of them. I would be so happy if there was a sledgehammer in one of these zombie houses. I found a sledgehammer with my girlfriend one run, and I have not seen a sledgehammer since. And sledgehammers are so cool. I want like 8 sledgehammers. Dude, they're amazing. It's because their hearts are way too big for their bodies. But it's also why sometimes those little shits can live a long time. As long as they're really taken care of. Some of those little dogs can live a million years, man. Let me see here. Need to grab some fresh weapons. Grab a hammer. And we're gonna go see what's in the zombie houses, my dudes. That's gonna be our stream today. Exploring Le Zombie House. Let's see here, what do I want to use? I guess I'll... Shoot, man. I guess I'll use these. We're gonna be Axe Boy McGee. Oh yeah, hammer. Hammer or crowbar, one of the two. Dude, I got weapons in here too, man. My stuff's so disorganized. Y'all are just gonna have to excuse me. I think I'll put it out here actually. Yeah, here we go. Alright. Oh yeah, I should eat. I should eat. Can't be going hungry, man. Now, I've seen dogs, man, where I felt like they were just gonna like vibrate into another plane of existence. They were just so like amped. Dude, speaking of that, I was watching some videos of foxes the other day, and like, oh my god, foxes are like dogs that have like cat operating systems. It is so freaky. Like I was watching these videos of this lady who has a bunch of rescue foxes, man, and like the way they were, dude, seriously though, the way they were like climbing on her counter, The way they were climbing on their enclosure, it looked like a cat. Like, it was climbing the way a cat climbs, and like it was getting in the cabinets the way cats get in the cabinets. It was freaking me out. It was actually freaking me out. I don't know why that is a link. I'm afraid to click it. You're a mod. Deal with your own posts. Warn yourself. Give yourself a warning this time around, but they do. Like they did like the whole scream thing like cats do. Like when cats are together, they don't meow. They just scream at each other the entire time. And they were just screaming at each other the entire time. I was like, dude, these are like dog body cat brains. This is so weird. Okay, good. I'm glad that it's not a threat to anyone who inadvertently clicks on it. It'd be so hilarious if you just innocently created this crazy link. Did I leave the door open? That's another thing, man. I played too much Left 4 Dead. I'm just waiting for these zombies to start pulling some crazy shit. They're changing. I'm waiting for that shit. They start spitting at me and like blowing up and shit. I also blame Dark Souls for that. I see. Interesting. Gonna go check out the zombie house. The zombie house. It is so corpsey out here. It is just cadaverific. Even if it doesn't exist. That really raises some interesting questions. Does the link exist? Or does the place it's supposed to go to not exist? Oh, hi. I think I alerted the zombie of my presence. See what's going on here. Hello. Wow, can it not reach it? That's kind of weird. Fun, fun, fun. You're doing great, guys. Don't give up. You've got this. Alright, well, they're doing that. Let's see what's going on back here. Damn, they broke that shit really quick. Yeah, come on over, guys. I'm over here. Come kill me. I watched an Arnold movie the other day, so like, y'all are basically doomed to at least a couple of Arnie imitations. Arnie impersonations. Yeah, dude, we asked them what is the sound of one cheek clapping. It is the ultimate Zen question. So we had a cop. Got a cop chilling. Alright, what do we got? Okay, medical supplies, interesting. Not the deadly arsenal I was hoping for. There we go. There we go. That's that's more my speed. No sledgehammer, but these are nice weapons. And they got pickles. And melted ice cream. These poor souls. Hmm. Ooh, I wonder if I need any of these. I have so many copies at home because I have not been doing a very good job of keeping track of this crap. But I do know Volume 2 is right there if I do need it. Alright, let's move on to the next zombie house. After some lunch, dinner, whatever. Eat some peas, man. Dude, we got pickles, dude. That would be a beautiful thing. Like, I've read a bunch of post-apocalyptic literature, watched all the Mad Max movies, love that genre. It's just crazy to think about, like, actually come across food like that, like actually finding a jar of pickles after like eating rats for like a year straight, and how just fucking amazing those pickles would taste. Like how absolutely heavenly those pickles would taste. Yeah, man. That would be amazing. Oh, yeah? No. How about no? Have you ever considered that? No, they totally wouldn't. They totally wouldn't. And I love that level. That was basically the whole premise of Zombieland. I enjoyed Zombieland. I never did watch the second one. I just didn't feel like there was enough story momentum there for me, but I definitely enjoyed the first one. And yeah, I loved it that he just wanted to find some Twinkies, man, before the expiration date. But everybody knows that the expiration date isn't really the expiration date. He had, like, more of a window than that. But yeah, I still thought it was a great premise. What's wrong, Faceplant? Did that realization just completely destroy you? I didn't realize you were so into Twinkies. Oh dear. Sup, homies? Man, it's getting late. I'll catch you guys later. Anyway, how y'all doing? Yeah, I was just playing for the inevitable doomsday. Yeah, sorry, man. You're not gonna be able to hoard mountains of Twinkies and just eat them until you die. It's a solid strat. I commend you. But those things, as packed with preservatives as they are, definitely wouldn't last very long. But there would be a lot of candies, like rock candy and stuff like that, would last a stupid long time. Like hard candies and stuff, that stuff would be good for a really, really long time. But that's how it was designed. That's why rock candy was made in the first place. You just got to keep it sealed. It does start to kind of turn viscous after a while. Like it does start to turn kind of liquidy, but I mean, it's still edible, you know? Like it still tastes sweet and like fulfills the role of candy. And yeah, you gotta watch the temperature of it too, or that shit will just melt. But yeah, good sugary rock candy, like classic rock candy. Yeah, that stuff's meant to last a long time. Like licorice and rock candy. Like that's the whole reason why it never tasted that great, but was still a popular candy because it was something that you could actually store and keep and sell and have, you know, bird in the hand and whatnot. I've never liked rock candy. And there are people I've talked to who love rock candy. They think it's so good. I don't think rock candy is that great. It's all right. It's cool when you want something sweet, but it's not something I would ever pick. Like you know what I want right now? Some rock candy. I've never thought that. I would be surprised if I thought that one day. You know what I want? You know what I could really go for right now? Some fucking rock candy on a fucking rope. Some fucking crystallized sugar on a rope. That would just slap right now. No, I've never thought that. Maybe if I were like 89 years old. I'm sorry to just drag rock candy for no good reason, but it always has kind of perplexed me. There's been a few candies that I've never liked, like and like things that are supposed to be awesome that just piss me off, like fruitcakes. Fruitcakes are fucking bullshit. I don't. I get that fruitcakes are also a thing because they are something you could preserve and keep. But fruitcakes are disgusting. Yeah, there's you can have it on stick, rocks. I mean ropes. Yeah, all of those. Yeah, all of those are legit. I've seen rock candy on sticks as well, for sure. All right, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was turning in for the day. We'll go deal with the other zombie house tomorrow. Ah man, it's a long day of smashing zombie skulls. It's nice to just kind of kick back and relax. I think everybody can know, can kind of feel where I'm coming from there. Just kind of pop open a can of potatoes. Or do I not have my? Was my opener in the? Okay, my opener was in the trauma bag. I guess I'm gonna eat the pickles. You know what? I'm just gonna eat the pickles. I've earned the pickles. Yeah, you know, if it carries nostalgia for you, that's cool. I can understand that. I've seen people who are that way about spam, and I'm like, wow, spam's really disgusting. And then they got really mad. They're like, fuck you, that's my childhood food. I'm like, your childhood food tasted like ass. And just, I know I'm not supposed to say that, but like, oh my god, like, why can't we just be honest about food and whether we like it or not? I guess I'm a troll sometimes, but like, it's not gonna hurt my feelings if you don't like the food that I like. Yeah, spam. I think spam is so gross. I've eaten the old school spam that made me want to vomit. I've eaten some of the new flavors where like spam has tried to like recreate itself, and I'm just like, wow, this is awful. This all of this is awful, and like people are like, people used to ironically eat it. Like people used to ironically eat it. Yeah, like yeah, we're gonna eat some spam. Yeah, and it was almost like this anti-war statement too, because like the Navy created spam. But there's a lot of Hawaiians who identify with it because spam came from Hawaii, and there are people who are like, yeah, man, that's our food, and I'm just like, oh boy, spam is it's a military construct. I don't know why you'd want to identify with it. Um, but you know, whatever. But I've tried to eat it. I try to be open-minded about food. I try really hard to be open-minded about food because, again, you know, I know some people are really sensitive about food. That food's a big part of who people are sometimes, and I respect that. So I try to like just enjoy food, but like spam is so gross. Like I can't pretend that I like spam. If I said I liked spam, I would be lying through my teeth. And I try to lie as little as possible. Yeah, dude, it really just shouldn't exist. It just shouldn't exist. It's an eldritch horror. Like even Lovecraft would have been horrified by spam. Like Cthulhu would be horrified of spam. Like it's so gross. It really is something that just should not be in that Lovecraftian sense. Seriously, it's an eldritch flesh. It is an eldritch flesh. Clearly, it is just a vivisection of some old one's undead corpse. And yeah, man, people shouldn't be anywhere near that stuff, let alone eating it, putting it inside of their bodies. Like, yeah, I'm with you on that, Rust Bob. Like, it's just, it's unholy. Truly unholy. Unnatural. Like Palpatine kind of unnatural. Unnatural. Like, that shit's just whack. No Jedi would teach you about that shit. No Jedi would ever teach you about spam. Every 13th blood moon and an obelisk of it comes through a portal just to be canned and sold. That sounds about right. Probably on the site of a volcano on one of the Hawaiian islands. Yeah, that sounds legit. That sounds 100% like how spam is created. I am so sorry to any like actual Hawaiians who are in my chat right now who are just like, what the hell is happening? Why are they dragging spam right now? Just bear with us. Please bear with us. Like, I just wasn't ready to eat spam as a kid, and when I tried it, it tasted so bad, and my mind has never recovered. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I won't hate spam. Yeah, seriously. Like if you have a like a bonus against it, like if you have this immunity against spam's effects, you know, I salute you. If I had anti-spam buffs, I would enjoy it too, I guess. But like when I eat it, I just feel like I've become an unclean vessel, and the voices come, the piercing, shrieking voices come. So it's better that I don't eat it. It's just better that I don't. I don't want to become one of them. No spam. Seriously. I can't. Like, just the thought. It makes me feel untethered from reality. We're almost a third of the way there. Faceplant, this is why I love you. Like the matter was basically resolved. We had this nice Socratic quote unquote debate where we all agreed with each other on the nature of spam, and we like finished the scroll and rolled it up and put it on the shelf, and then you just like burst through that shelf like the Kool-Aid Man, and we're like WDYM, and that's why you're great, Faceplant. That's why you're great. You are a plant. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. Your vegetable matter, why are you coming at us like this? See Venus flytrap. They can. They tend to need to in low nitrogen areas. Because plants need nitrogen to live. Oh, scrum. That was a big scrum. And I am just be smooched in blood. My character's cool with it. He likes it. Where's the other axe? There it is. Oh, okay, gotcha. That'll just be my pocket axe. My pocket axe. Venus flytraps and other carnivorous plants are really fascinating. They adapted that in order to survive in low nitrogen areas. Corpses tend to release nitrogen as they decompose. But in swamps, you don't really get that option as much. You don't. Normally, it's just the ground releases nitrogen from just kind of the cycle of, you know, life, death, and birth. But in swamps, man, all of that just kind of gets trapped under the water. So in order to make up for that vitamin, that nitrogen deficiency, they manage to attract bugs to decompose inside of them, and thereby gaining the nitrogen from the effect. No, but plants typically don't have faces either, and he clearly has a face, so he's clearly not your ordinary plant. We're forced to special plead here, as much as the philosophers hate that sort of thing. Oh, one hitter quitter. Get wrecked. So clearly this plant has features that other plants don't typically possess. And, you know, philosophically, we have to take that into consideration. Otherwise, we basically just voted for Trump. Ooh, more leather gloves. Yes, please. Disposable camera, why not? Dropping the can, though. It's okay, Faceplant. You're allowed to exist. I permit it. Oh, let's go see if they tore down that door. If they just stopped right after I left, that's going to be so annoying. I feel like they're scripted to do that sometimes. But if you just stand on the other side of the house, they will just dutifully tear that shit down. No, they did tear down the door. This is them. This is they. They are them. Here they come. Alright. Oh, sweet. Don't have taste buds. Well, Faceplant, do you have taste buds? Let's ask the plant himself. Let's get the answers straight from the plant. Tell us, plant man, do you have taste buds? Or do you live in a world of tastelessness? In the name of science, I command you tell us. Two shovels. They found two shovels. Honestly, that feels legit. Honestly, that feels legit. They found 2 shovels and they were ready to take on the fucking world. Well, no sledgehammers for us, but 2 shovels is pretty cool. I wish you could dual wield. I think that's something that should legit be brought into the game. I think you should be allowed to dual wield. Dual wielding axes would be so sweet. There should be some kind of trade-off for it, but yeah, I think you should be able to. I think it should be 100% permissible. He says he has no taste buds. Is that what you're saying, Faceplant? What? I don't know what those are. I don't think they're in the game. Sir, with all due respect. Yeah. Sir, this is a McDonald's. Ooh, garden hoe too. Nice. Alright, we'll come back for these. Only cool that one time. Yeah, sorry. Oh. Oh, well, there you go. Kind of backed us into a corner, man. Rustpop says no. Man, look at him go. Just look at him go. Shh. Shit, he saw us. Tried to play cool. Did not work. What's up, buckaroo? Look at this freaking charnel house. Look at this. Look at the death and destruction I have wrought. Destroyer of worlds. I thought you said ICP for a second there. I was like, what does the insane clown posse have to do with any of this? Dude, it was a corpse file. I mean... Ooh, that's a pretty gangsta way of looking at it, Faceplant. I can't help but notice that that's a pretty gangsta way of looking at it. The crowbar is really nice. The crowbar is one of the nicest weapons in the game for one simple reason. It's the hardest to break. It has one of the highest ratios of not being damaged when using it. And anytime your weapon doesn't get damaged when you use it, your maintenance skill XP goes up a little bit. So we are trying to focus on using crowbars for the very reason that we would like to increase our maintenance skill, so that when we use other weapons, they too do not break as easily. They really are. They are just a fat hunk of metal, well tempered. If somebody hits you with one, you will feel it. You will feel it palpably. Yeah, he did. I remember the Chronicles of Gordon Freeman. I played through them on the hardest difficulty. The water levels suck. The river levels suck. They're boring. But the rest of it, top tier. No, it will not feel good. That's the kind of shit that will bruise your bones. Oh god. Dude, I was so excited for new like content from that universe, and then it was freaking virtual reality only. I was like, wow. Fuck you, Gavin. Actually, fuck you. It's such a dick move. It looked fun. It looked like a lot of fun, but I don't have a VR headset, and I'm not burning to buy one either. Like I've never been particularly interested in VR, at least not right now. It's gotten a lot better. Like I remember the first like iterations of VR were just so bad. Dude, this has no channels. I had the worst luck with channels. Index exclusive. Wow. That is really dumb. Not a fan. Not a fan. Let's just put this stuff away for now. I remembered I did read the book so I can start dismantling these. We'll be able to hotwire car soon, my dudes. Yeah, like I don't understand the decisions people make sometimes, and like Valve is known for just a really high tier quality of games. Like I remember like reading about all the stuff that Valve did for Left 4 Dead, like all the things they did to make that game awesome. Like they did a lot. That's why the Back for Blood games are just not good because Valve wasn't involved, and Valve like they're the reasons why the Left 4 Dead games were good. Like they are solely the reason Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 were good games because they went the extra mile with that shit. You know, they're a game selling company, so it was a chance for them to show off. Like we're not just good at selling games, like we can make them too. And I thought that was really impressive. But then they've done things since then where I'm just like, what were you guys actually thinking? Like, at what point did you like stop thinking rationally and then start just like smoking crack? I'm not sure when that took place, but it clearly had consequences, far-reaching consequences. Dude, usually their level of quality is so high, and I wish they would make more games and not do weird things like make a game and then make it VR only. Like just so they can push like their own VR shit. Like that's so awkward. And like I understand that they want to stay a small team. Like I can respect that. Like you don't need a big team anymore to do things. You don't have to have like a massive company to get shit done. You can just work with other companies and get the same shit done. Usually at a drastically reduced cost because you're paying other people to do shit rather than like having to actually like have them on a team and actually give them salaries. You're just contracting shit to other groups. Like you can make so many good games nowadays. Like and there's all these companies that will do specific things. Like there's a company that only makes trees for video games. Like only makes NPCs for video games. So like you can work with those people and make a game. But like a lot of companies just they want the small company, but they also want like the output potential of a large company. That's where you get crunch and like all of that shit. And that's why Cyberpunk 2077 was such a bad game when it came out. Because they had too small of a team and not enough time. Like the two factors that mattered. Like if they had had more time, it would have been okay, and if they had had a larger team, it would have been okay. But you know, they just set it up to where neither were there. Yeah, I've heard it's a lot better, but I hear it's still just disappointing that it just ultimately will never reach the hype that it was going to have that it had originally. Like, there's no way now that they could ever like fix that unless, dude. The only way they could fix that is if the DLCs were just so stupid lit. Like the DLCs would just have to be ridiculously lit. Like they would just have to be so crazy good. And you know, if any company can do that, it's CD Projekt. If there's any company that could produce DLC that just like blew my mind like that, it's CD Projekt, without question. The Witcher was so good. I enjoyed The Witcher so much, and it still had bad bugs. Like it still had problems. It still punished early adopters. Like but that's so typical. Like that's every game company now. Like every game company does that now. Because shitty companies have lowered the bar so thoroughly. But the DLC for the Witcher 3 game was so good. Yeah, true. True, and they know better than to not turn out something of high quality, even if they have to cancel 100 times. I'm pretty sure they've learned their lesson in that regard. Yeah, dude. Oh my god, fucking FIFA, dude. FIFA just makes me tired. Saber, why are you destroying your mother's chair? That's not very nice. We just need all of this. Yo, mama's a garden hoe. Oh, destroyed. No recovery possible. Oh, hi. Yeah, dude, destroyed. That is rip. That is just a straight rip. Okay. Sorry that I roasted like everyone who will ever hear this. My bad. I didn't mean to light you up like that. It just kind of happened. I hope y'all can forgive me. And then this gets like 27,000 views, and everyone's just like, I can't believe you said that about my mother. I can't believe you've done this. That's still one of my favorites. I can't believe you've done this. Yes, dude, it is. It is going to have a lot of fiction. I didn't mean to roast y'all's entire lives. I'm so sorry. I'll try to be more careful in the future. I didn't mean to, I swear. Oh man, it's so corpsey. There's flies and everything. Like, I've never seen a mass grave, but I can imagine how terribly it would smell. I can definitely imagine. I bet this guy is breathing through his mouth right now trying to get through this. That was a subconscious push of the shift key. He really is trying to get away. Interestingly, if there are a bunch of corpses where you're like sleeping and doing your thing, you can get corpse sickness. Like your character will start to get queasy, and then he'll eventually get sick. Yeah, imagine if you're just passing through, you get used to it. But like, apparently being around a bunch of dead bodies can make you sick, which is not surprising. I bet that bacteria is funky. I bet that bacteria is hella funky. But yeah, I watched a guy playing, and he was playing in Louisville, and there was like 80 corpses on the roof. They were like several floors up, but he was getting sick from it. His character was getting corpse sickness. And like eventually his character started running a fever and everything. I was like, oh shit. No, it can't be good for the mental. It cannot be good for the mental. You're right about that. That's... You kind of got to be dead inside already for that to not bother you. Guess we'll put the gardening stuff outside. We'll definitely treat these as weapons. Nice. Nice. Corpse fire. Yeah, that is the way to do it, man. Tossing them in a fire seems like the appropriate way to deal with it. But I don't think that occurred to him. I guess we can keep one as a weapon. That might be fun to try. Absolutely. No, it's really funny because, I mean, obviously there were Vikings who practiced cremation, but they never really did like the ship pyres that you see in TV shows. Like that's not really a thing. But there were ship burials. Ship burials actually happened. And they're pretty cool. Yeah. The only time they ever did ship burials is usually for kings. Usually they did ship burials for kings. And yeah, they would bury the entire ship. They would bury the entire ship, complete with sets of armor, food. They really did think they were sending the guy to the afterlife, but they would never actually put that on the water. They would bury the entire ship. And only like 2 ship burials have actually been found. And the most famous one is Sutton Hoo. And I recommend looking it up. It's Suttonhoo. Sutton Hoo. And yeah, the armor from that ship burial looks so dope. Like the mask actually have like the mustaches carved onto them. Like you can actually see how ornate like the craftsmanship was at the time. It's pretty fat. And the history around the site was neat too. Like they had just uncovered it. They found the ship burial, these English archaeologists, and they were so hyped. But then the Germans started bombing the area, so they had to cover it back up. And then they had to wait for the end of the war in order to dig it back up again. So it really was like an exercise in patience, while they were just dying of hype the entire time. Those poor archaeologists. Yeah, dude, that shit looks so fat. I learned about that stuff in old British literature. My old British literature class, man. I learned about Sutton Hoo. And I was like, that's so cool. So yeah, anytime you see them like do the whole ship on fire thing, that is nonsense. Nobody did that. Nobody did that. It just looks really cinematic and interesting. And it's a great way to symbolize a person's entire life. Exactly. The amount of craftsmanship, the amount of carving in the wood is just crazy. Like, you know, that dude was just or woman was just an absolute master. Now, yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Like 2 minutes. Is he still here? If he's still here, he's like hard lurking. I think he took off. Yeah, I think he took off. I think you're safe from the plant. I do think I think you'll be safe for now. I can't promise that you'll stay that way, but for now, I don't think. I think Faceplant has left the building. Hopefully, he has a good evening. But yeah, I was only gone the briefest of instants. But yeah, some of that stuff looks like werewolf stuff, man. Like some of those swords and stuff, like I could legit see them being like werewolf claves and like weapons with spirits bound into them and shit. Like actual like fetishes. Like that stuff looked legit. It's like, damn, you know a spirit would be willing to be bound in that. That thing looks fucking awesome. I don't even think you'd have to make much of a case. Be like, hey, Spirit of War, you want to go into this sweet looking sword? They'd be like, fuck yeah. Yeah, dude, that's where that came from. That's 100% where that came from, man. It was based on like the mustache mask from Sutton Who. Yeah, dude, that shit looks so dope. Like, imagine a bunch of people coming off a boat and rolling up on you with that, wearing that shit, with swords and crap. I'd probably shit my pants. I'm just gonna be real. Probably shit my pants, dude. Like, fuck, I'm so dead. I am so dead. It just be like that, man. Those guys were hardcore. Dude, like, I don't know how far I'd actually get. Like, if those dudes were just used to running in armor like that, they'd probably overtake me pretty quick. I'm not sure how much sport I would actually prove to be. I would give it my best. I probably wouldn't run just because I wouldn't want to die tired, and it's more embarrassing to get killed after running for your life like that. I'd probably just try to see what I could do right then and there and just die. But yeah, maybe at least get one or two of them. Maybe if I impress them, they'll decide to spare me. Who knows? But yeah, I definitely don't want to run. Run is like prey. Running is what prey does, you know? That just triggers the predator instinct. That min pin I had, the one thing that would set him off more than anything was to see something run past him. Anytime something ran past him, like he would lose it. He would absolutely lose it. He loved to chase stuff more than anything else in the entire universe. He likes chasing things more than eating treats, I think. We're talking about a dog. Like, we know how much dogs love treats. I'm pretty sure my dog liked running after things more than treats. Pretty much, dude. Pretty much. That's accurate. If invaders have helmet with mustache, pants equals shat, else normal panic. Yeah. I don't know if that's proper logic notation, but I think it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Like, I think most people would understand what you're trying to express there. I've forgotten how to do logical notation, but that shit's hilarious. basically translates like to if for every invader, such invader is wearing a mustache hat helmet, it is such that any person who witnesses that will either shit their pants or panic as normal. No, I mean, it is what it is, man. I know you weren't shooting for that. I know that wasn't your goal. So, for what you set out to express, I think you did the job nicely. No shade tossed your way. But yeah, if you've ever taken a logic class, you know what I'm talking about. And if not, that's okay too. So we found lots of weapons. We found some cool stuff. I'm happy about that. Should probably get... I feel like it was like that. I feel like that's how much I've accomplished. I need to double check, but yeah, something like that. But yeah, I laugh about the archaeologist, man. Imagine uncovering that, like the find of a lifetime. Like you have found an archaeological find that is so significant that it's going to, like, people aren't going to talk about archaeology in the same way ever again after all the shit is published for this. And then Germans start dropping bombs nearby, and you're just like, fuck. Cover it back up, boys. Maybe we can come back after an armistice. Shit, dude, I would be so mad. Like, I would want to go to war myself. But why is this archaeologist, like, screaming and shooting people? Oh, he's trying to hasten the end of the war so he can go back to doing his dig site. Yeah, he wants to publish. Relatable. Honestly. Relatable. Why does my character have to get tired ever, Rust Bob? Why can't he just be eternally fresh? Funky fresh. He is cringe. Essence de cringe. I don't know, that sounds reasonable. Oh, why did the guy, like, become, like, one of the biggest killers of Nazis ever? He just wanted to get back to work, man. He just wanted to get back to work. Have you seen these helmets? They have mustaches. Y'all need to settle your differences. And it's all Germanic lore, you know? Everybody in that neck of the woods benefits from that. It's Germanic. No need to panic. That's probably the dumbest thing I've said in a while, but I'm gonna laugh anyway. Yeah, dude, in a dream of mustached helmets, dude. I'd be committed. I'd take one look at those, like, dirt-covered mustache helmets. I'd be like, you sons of bitches. You kraut shits. I'm going to go kill all of you just so we can get back to work on this because this is so fat. Like, I would throw down my cup of tea and I would just march off and enlist on the spot. Oh, we're almost a third of the way, boys. We're almost a third of the way. It is a painful grind, but we are going to get there. But for now, we sleep. We must rest. Sweet, sweet slumber. It was a quiet, spoopy morning. Alright. I can feel the spoop. I can feel the spoop just hanging in the air. All spoop-like. Cromch, cromch, cromch. That is unfortunate. There needs to be instructions on how to make the Sutton helmet Lego version. That's so fat. Yeah, like the only things that didn't make it out of the burial were like the leather bindings to the armor. That's it. Everything else was there. It's so fat. So let's see here. I guess we'll finish this lane. And then we can push into these bigger houses. I bet we'll find the generator plant somewhere in here. That's my hope, at least. I hope it's not too much of a goose chase. But if it is, it is. We're going to explore all of Moldra anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're just going to be hoss-like. In the face of all adversity, we shall be hoss-like. Alright. Let's go. Yeah. Definitely not the leather of the time. But that the wood and metal was all intact. Excuse me. That was really cool. Now I got to learn about that while reading Beowulf. While reading a translation of Beowulf that my professor had made. Like, he translated and made his own copy of Beowulf. We read it, and we learned about Sutton Hoo. I was like, wow, this is so fat. Like, the Northern Conqueror within my genetic makeup is very pleased with this information. Rawr. Ooh, long gloves. Fancy. Forgot to grab those last time. Why are all these fancy ladies walking around the clinic, man? I want to make a bunch of assumptions as to their intentions, but I can't help but be curious about all this. Dude, don't buy a modular space helmet off of Etsy, dude. I mean, I shouldn't tell you what to spend your money on, but surely that's not something you're going to want, and surely you're going to have buyer's remorse not long after the purchase. You work hard for your money, that's your business, but that just sounds like something you're going to regret. I'm not going to, but it looks really cool. Fair enough. Ooh, Foggy Corpsey Lane. Maximum spoop. Let's turn the spoop up to 11, the developer said. Unread. Okay. Well, We're going to read that here and now. We want to learn how to work on standard models. Ooh, Rumi. Rumi's the shit. If y'all have never read any Rumi, Rumi is the absolute bomb. Philosophical Motivation Society of Louisville, that's great. Thanks for keeping the fires of passion burning. You're like the dark souls of Louisville. Gulp. Canned peaches, my dudes. They're tasty. Tasty as fuck. Modular space helmet. Holy shit, you did fall down a rabbit hole. My bad, Rustball. I didn't mean to make you vulnerable to the snares of capitalism. You must consume. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, I hear a zombie. Heckle Freckle. Alright, where are y'all at? There they are. Zombie, bear, bear, bear. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, dude, you're in your skivvies. That makes it 1,000 times more horrifying. Dude, get away. Dude, and they're naked. That's the scariest thing, is when the zombie is improperly clothed. That's always the most terrifying part. Dude, he ran at me in his tidy whities, dude. I'm traumatized for life. For life. Like, there's no emotional recovery for that. One time, 2 naked zombies ran at me in this game, and I wasn't sure if I was ever going to recover. Like, can you just not do that to me? I don't know why a zombie becomes 1,000 times more horrifying when they're naked, but they totally do. Not by the corpse pile, though. No. I guess not. I wonder if I need any of these. I guess I can come back later. I didn't want the porta-disc, though. Porta-disc is fancy. Oh! Engineer magazine just chilling in the mailbox, okay. We're just gonna brazenly read that shit. We're all about that literacy. All about that literacy. Oh, I've not been in here yet. Ooh, the wind is considerable. There's a zombie in here? I don't think so. Make timer. Okay. We're finding interesting material to read. There's that. I doubt I have trapping 5, so I'm just gonna grab that. Oh, I hear a zombie in here. Why are there zombies in these houses, man? situated before I deal with Les Hommes. Les Hommes. Alright, here we go. Exactly. Just like that. Spaghetti bolognese. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Yeah, that one was wearing booty shorts, but that's still tolerable. That's still better than freaking tidy whities, man. That's just obscene. That's just obscene. Like there's nothing that elevates the human condition than the things we have just witnessed. Yeah, I don't know what it is. There's just something genuinely terrifying about a naked zombie. Like I feel like I could deal with zombies that shamble like this, but I feel like I genuinely feel like if I encountered a naked one, that might test my resolve. That might really test my resolve. You know, it's like Werewolf, man. Like you fought a zombie, like +2 glory, and it was naked, +2 glory. Like, like the threat level was doubled. Yeah, dude, exactly. Exactly. That is so true. Oh wow, they're just zombies playing on the little kid set. Oh hi. Oh, y'all gonna pull some moves, I see. I see the moves. New dice box. Nice, dude. I've been thinking about getting a new dice box. And when I say new dice box, I mean a dice box for the first time. I've never owned a dice box. I've always put them in like coffee cans and like Crown Royal bags and like whatever the heck I could find. But I've never owned a proper dice bag and I've never owned a proper dice box. I don't really care too much about having a proper dice bag, but I would love a dice box. They feel like it. They've always served me really well. I would actually like something more like a tackle box. that has different holes for different sized dice, so I could separate them nicely. So I might not get a traditional dice box. It would be nice to have something that I could actually like flip up and like get to a bunch of different dice and stuff. That would be pretty cool. All right, sniper rifle and flip flops. That's fun. The herbalist. Oh hell yeah! Let's have one that looks like a treasure chest, dude. Those are the go-tos, and they all look great. Like you really can't go wrong. We can now identify poisonous mushrooms and berries. We can get our forage on a little bit. Oh, nice. That's really nice. Do not have room for the rifle. Gonna have to come back for that bad dog. Yes, please. Oh, dang. Alright. Pickles! Give me the pickles. Give me the pickles now. Okay. So we need to come back for the gat-a-tat-a-tat. So we have not found the generator book, but hey, herbalist is nice. We're finding other skill books, so we'll totally find the generator one before too long. Dude, we are eventually going to have a container with nothing but pickles in it. It's going to have like 40 pounds of pickle jars. It's going to be so glorious, Rust Bob. If I don't get eaten by a zombie and I do eventually retire this game, it's going to be because I have 3 metal crates that are completely filled with pickles. That's 240 kilograms worth of pickles. I'm just going to have so many jars of pickles. People will be like, why did you stop playing your mini negative traits campaign? Oh, it's because I had 240 kilograms of pickles. And they're just going to look at me. Like, their mind is going to be struggling to make sense of what I just said to them. But you and I will be the only ones who get it. You and I will be the only ones who get it. Like, dude, you didn't know that was the actual end game of this game? To get 240 units of pickles in one space? In one tile? The gates to Valhalla open up after that, my dude. And they'll be like, I didn't know that. And I'll be like, now you do, bitch. And I'll just walk off. The only way to win at some point. If you actually get that into the tile, the next time you turn on the game, rather than saying this is how you die, it'll say this is how you live. Taking damage. Too much loot. Need to practice my sprinting anyway. Let's go. Let's go. I need to cruise so slowly. That is so sad. Ugh. Actual pain. Oh, I did go up a little. Okay, let's see. Let's get the canned food put away. Here we go. So much canned food. But yeah, it'll be like 3 high Rust Bob, so it'll be like 3 crates, like stacked on top of each other, filled with pickles. I'm going to do that. Harbor Freight. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Can you drop a link to that in general chat as well? Sorry for the trouble, but I'd really appreciate it. In the Discord, that'd be sweet. I will legit check it out, like right after the stream. Sweet. Yeah. I don't. I should have specified. That's my bad. Yeah, general chat and Discord. My bad, my dude. I should have said that. That's my fault. I appreciate it, man. I will totally look at that stuff. I would like something nice like that. Yeah, go ahead and drop it in general. Maybe other people will be interested too. It's not like secret information or anything. Someone else might find it cool too. Maybe Nightly Medicine or somebody will want to buy it. And if not, it won't hurt them. Let's see here. Tomato paste. It's in like a tube. That doesn't look appetizing. It's like astronaut food. Okay, so we've done quite a bit. We should be proud of all this good stuff we've done. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Indubitably. Indubitably. You better go away, hungry moodle. So now we're going to do burpees until we are exhausted, and I'm going to call it a stream. But this has been a lot of fun. I'm glad I did a bonus stream. It has been a lot of fun hanging out with you, Rust Bob. It has been a pleasure. I got to tell you about Sutton Hoo, which is always a pleasure. I'm glad to hear it, man. I'm glad to hear it. I don't think I'll have time to do it tomorrow, but at least I got to get some in today. I've learned that if I've got a little window, why not just do a little bonus stream? It's like Bilbo looking at the One Ring, and why not? Why not a little bonus stream? See, that's why it's worth it to come to my streams, because you learn about things that just reshape your entire life. Like the ship burial of Sutton Hoo. And now you will scoff like I do every time you see a ship pyre in a show. You'll be like, ha 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 ha, that's bullshit. Just like me. Hey, Saber. Saber came to say hi. He has to bless the stream at least once. At least once. Hey, buddy. How's it going? How's my Saberkins? How's my Saberkins? You know, I just think that they took a little bit of license, but like for the most part, yeah, it was pretty legit. For the most part. They took a little bit of creative license, man. And also, I've never seen that movie, so I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure. Oh yeah, I forgot to rest. I did like half a burpee and collapsed from exhaustion. Can't be doing half a burpee, man. That's not gonna do anything for us. That was literally like half a burpee, and it was just like, okay, I'm done. Fuck you. It's like, oh, okay. Understandable. Have a nice day. Just want to do some burpees. Saber, what are you doing, my man? What are you doing, my man? Why are you attacking my leg? See, that's what that was. That's what I was guessing. That's what I was guessing. Like they did that in the show Vikings. Like there's so many shows that do the ship pyre. So many shows that do the ship pyre. I'm not sure which was the first one to do the ship pyre, but it doesn't even make sense. Like ships don't burn when they're sinking into the water. Like you're basically just gonna half crispy the corpse, and then it's gonna like sink, and then you're gonna have a bunch of half sunken corpse ships, half sunken, half burnt corpse ships, like in your harbor, where you're like trying to come and go. Like yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And it just makes people from the past seem really stupid. And people from the past were not stupid. Like, brains back then are not that different from brains now. Crispy Vikings in the harbor, dude, exactly. Like these half burnt corpses, man. Ships and corpses, it makes no sense. Exactly. Exactly. You're supposed to either bury it or give it a proper tomb. Like, most people understood this. You needed either a proper tomb or you needed to stick it in the ground. Like, a cave was a nice compromise of both those things. You were both in the ground and you had a proper tomb. That's why sepulchers were such a big deal. It's like, hey, here's a cave where we could stick some dead bodies. Oh, sweet. Let's stick a big rock in front of it so jackals won't eat them. Great idea. Oh, wow. There's some weather moving in. All right, one more set of burpees. Yeah. Yup. That's when you know that you are a person of heroic repute, when there are one or more sepulchers to your name. You know you were famous when everyone's like, this is where we buried the guy, and other places are like, no, we buried him here. This is the true place where this cool guy was buried. And they can like go to actual war about that. Oh shit, I woke up with night terrors like I was 6 years old. That's exciting. It's 12:30. What a great time to wake up. I am just going to eat a sleeping pill, say fuck that, and go back to bed. We have loot, man. We don't have to take this shit. There we go. That's a little bit better. Probably. But he like literally wasn't buried in any of them. Like he was like probably eaten by coyotes or jackals or something. Or like cannibals literally munched him. Or they just decided it was way too much of a pain in the ass to carry him back. So they were just like, yeah, he's here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Well, alright. I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream. But Rustbob, again, this has been a ton of fun. Thank you for coming out. Faceplant, I think you're long gone, but thank you for coming as well. And yeah, I will catch y'all most likely on Tuesday. Have a good rest of your weekend. Much love. Much, much, much love. It was a jackal gnawed arm. Just a piece of arm wrapped in linen. Exactly. I'll catch you later, my dude.